Deuteronomy chapter 29. These are the words of the covenant of which the Lord gave charge to Moses to establish with the sons of Israel in the land of Moab, besides the covenant of which he ordained with them in Horeb. And Moses called all the sons of Israel and said to them, You see all as many things as the Lord your God did in the land of Egypt before you, to Pharaoh and his attendants and all his land, the great tests which your eyes have seen, the signs and those great miracles by the strong hand and the high arm. And the Lord God gave not to you a heart to behold, and eyes to see, and ears to hear, until this day. And he led you 40 years in the wilderness. Your garments did not become old, and your sandals did not wear away from your feet. You did not eat bread. You did not drink wine and liquor, that you should know that this is the Lord your God. And you came unto this place, and came forth Sihon king of Heshbon, and Og king of Bashan, to meet us in war. And we struck them, and took their land, and gave it by lot to Reuben, and to Gad, and to the half-tribe of Manasseh. And you shall guard all the words of this covenant to do them, that you should perceive all as much as you do. You all stand today before the Lord your God, your tribal chiefs, and your council of elders, and your judges, and your judicial recorders, every man of Israel, your wives, and your children, and the foreigner in the midst of your camp, from your woodcutter and unto your water carrier, to go in the covenant of the Lord your God, and in his oaths, as many as the Lord your God ordains for you today, that he should establish you to himself for a people. And he will be your God, in which manner he said to you, and in which manner he swore by an oath to your fathers, Abraham, and Isaac, and Jacob. And not to you alone I ordain this covenant and this oath, but also to the ones here being with you today before the Lord your God, and to the ones not being with you here today. For you know how we dwelt in the land of Egypt, as we went by in the midst of the nations which you went by, and you beheld their abominations and their idols, wood and stone, silver and gold, which is among them. Lest there is among you a man or woman or family or tribe whose thought turned aside from the Lord your God to go to serve to the gods of those nations, lest there is among you a root germinating bile and bitterness upward. And it shall be, if you should hear the words of this imprecation, and one should portend in his heart, saying, May sacred things happen to me, for I shall go by the digression of my heart, that the sinner should not be destroyed together with the sinless. Not in no way should God want to propitiate for him, but then the anger of the Lord shall be burned away, and his zeal against that man. And all the imprecations of this covenant shall cleave to him, the ones being written in this scroll of the law. And the Lord will wipe away his name from out of under heaven. And the Lord shall separate him for evils from out of all the sons of Israel, according to all the imprecations of the covenant, being written in this scroll of the law. And another generation shall speak, your sons who rise up after you, and the alien whichever should come from out of a land far off. And they shall see the calamities of that land, and its diseases, which the Lord sent unto it, sulfur and salt incinerating. All its land shall not be sown, nor shall rise, nor shall ascend upon it any green thing, as Sodom and Gomorrah were eradicated, Admah and Zeboim, which the Lord eradicated in rage and anger. And all the nations shall say, Why did the Lord do thus to this land? What is this great rage of anger? And they shall say, Because they left the covenant of the Lord God of their fathers, which he ordained with their fathers, when he led them from out of the land of Egypt. And going, they served other gods, and did obeisance to them, ones which they had not a knowledge of, nor knowledge spread to them. And the Lord was provoked to anger and rage over that land, to bring upon it according to all the imprecations being written in this scroll of the law. And the Lord lifted them from their land in rage and anger, and an exceedingly great fit of temper, and cast them into another land, as now. The secret things belong to the Lord our God, but the open things are to you, and to our children into the eon, to do all the words of this law.